Hello, dear teacher Vivian. How are you doing today? I hope this video finds you well. The purpose of this video is to give you a feedback on the last two classes that I attended. Remember, the first one we did it at the beginning of the project back in April, and this one just last Friday. So remember, in a previous classroom visit, we found out that you mainly use English to guide the lesson. Spanish was only used as a last resource or to communicate aspects that were not related specifically with the lesson content, as well as the methodology used made students be in the center of their learning process. However, don't forget it is important to share the objective of the class and review it at the end. That day we decided that your focus in the future for the next class I would go would be interaction patterns, number one. Second, the methodology used. And third, I also noticed one additional area you might be interested in discussing, that it was formative assessment, taking into account our goals that we projected for the PAI, in Spanish, Plan de Acción Institucional, that has this assessment route. So let's start with the first focus area. We chose interaction patterns. You implemented this TBL project. The idea was for students to give an exposition early about an aspect of a country chosen, in this case Canada. You divided the students into groups and each one was in charge of one: food, music, habits, etc. In that way, you promoted collaborative work, and it seemed the TBL steps were very clear, followed in the previous sessions, and that they were showing the product. That was the exposition. So they were working with their peers, interacting in class and autonomously. And also, then you divided the students for some to see presentations and then other ones to present. So you foster their different type of interactions. And I think you did that aspect very well. The second area was the methodology used. So it was great that you guys as teachers worked in this project for the English Day in a transversally way. You worked this project with French, Spanish, and in English, and the TBL, as I already said, was perfectly put in practice. And the last one was the formative assessment. I like to point out that you created a clear rubric. The criteria was very understandable for students. They were aware on what aspects you were going to evaluate them. However, as a suggestion, I would have implemented some peer assessment strategy. For example, you would have given the rubric to the other groups for them to also assess. Maybe not all the groups, maybe that's too much for students, but at least one group that were in charge of assessing one group of their partners. In that way, you will foster metacognition process, since they were also aware on what they were going to be evaluated at, and also have the opportunity to evaluate. And we know students are very honest and actually more strict sometimes than us teachers when doing that. And for the future, I would suggest don't forget to formulate the objective of the class, having into account the Bloom taxonomy as a guide, review it at the end. That'll be it. But thank you for letting me be in your classes. I really enjoy it. Definitely, you are a great teacher. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next meeting. Bye-bye.